What's up, Aries? How y'all doing, man? What is good with you? Time for your weekly check-in. We're going to see what's going on with you guys for the 4th week of October. I do have an important announcement to make. First of all, if you need a personal reading, the information is in the description, or you could just go straight to my website, tarotwithrich.com. But the important announcement, if you missed the memo, our weekly live readings are coming to an end. So this Saturday, October 18th, is going to be our last round. Now, this doesn't mean forever. We're going to go back to the way we used to do it. We've been going solid and steady since fucking February, dude. We haven't done that since 2020. That's insane. So we're going back to the way we used to do it, which is we break it out maybe 2 or 3 times a year, you know, like for a holiday or something like that. But it is not going to be a steady, consistent weekly thing after this Saturday. After this Saturday, I have no idea when we're going to do it again. It could be next fucking summer before we do it again. But yeah, so if you're wanting to get on that list, you can pre-order anytime. They're read in the order of which they come in. So more about that on my website. Link is in the description. All right, let's jump into this. Let's see how the energy's looking between Aries and the person they're dealing with. Let's see. How's the energy looking, universe? 4th week of October, 2025. Oh, Queen of Swords, is that you? That's you, isn't it? I don't know. Are you doing this on purpose? Are you intentionally just completely detaching yourself from this? Or maybe some of you are just waking up one day and realizing, fuck it, I don't even care anymore. Just like not mad, not sad, not nothing, just numb. Fuck it, I don't even care. That's interesting. It may kind of catch you by surprise too, possibly. Yeah, see? Yup, look. This has been lingering in the limbo for too long. I don't know what the deal has been here, but there's been no forward movement, no decision being made. It's just been dangling in the ether of eternity. And, you know, as much as we like to think that things can plateau, technically, there's actually no real such thing as a plateau. Time's moving. Time ain't stopping. So it's either getting better or it's getting worse. And when something just sits and lingers, by default, it gets worse. So now it's getting to a point where it just kind of feels like this whole damn connection is just dead. This person's still giving you the silent treatment. And I think you're just kind of throwing in the white towel by default. But like I said, I don't think that I don't think it's like coming from a place of anger or resentment. You know, it's coming from a place of like, I don't care. Like, I literally don't care. I'm not happy. I'm not sad. I'm not mad. I'm not nothing. I don't give a fuck anymore. You know, boom, instantly. Letting the tower burn to the ground. Damn, dog. Some of you dealing with a Scorpio. I also have Cancer. Could be anybody. Those are just energies. All right, let's see how they feel about you. How this person be feeling about Aries. Whoops, there we go. Oh, Devil card. Hang on. Could be a Capricorn for some of you. 2 more shuffles. 1 and 2. Justice. So they feel like you're the toxic one. Yeah. They don't trust you either. Now, don't get it twisted. I do think that they miss what you all had back in the day. At some point, things were obviously good between the two of you, right? At some point. And they miss that. They do. They do. But for whatever reason, I don't know why. I don't know if you gave this person reason to believe that you're the toxic one or if they're just projecting. I don't know. But they feel like you're the toxic one. They feel like they're very much stuck in a victim mindset, you know. And whether they are or they're not, let's go ahead and pull away from this. It doesn't matter if they're the victim or not. I don't know who needs to hear this. Doesn't matter. Whether you did or did not, give them a reason to feel that way. That energy is not going to do anything but sabotage anything that you put it into. Even if we came together and both had the best intentions in the world, that victim mindset, that, you know, I'm a victim, things always happen to me, and that energy is going to do nothing but sabotage anything that you put that energy into. So, yeah. This person does keep an eye on you, though. Oh, they keep an eye on you. But Death card, they pretty much feel like they have no choice but to move on from this. For some reason. Looks like they've pretty well made their mind up. Okay. Well, that's coming through pretty quick. How much time we got? 6:50? Okay. Well, I guess let's get some advice. What's the advice for Aries? Doodle-doo, 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 doodle-doo. What's the advice? Moon reversed. Page of Wands reversed. Well, there it is again. So, you know me, I try not to just blindly tell you what you should or shouldn't do. That does not help you. On the rare occasion where you're dealing with a situation that will like endanger your life or put your safety at risk or ultimately sabotage your life path, you don't really need me to tell you what to do. The universe will step in and intervene. But that would be about the only exception. Other than that, I try to do the best I can to let you make the most educated decision for yourself. Okay? Just understand that this person is trapped in a very, very hardcore victim mindset. Very much so. They automatically assume that you're coming for their throat. Automatically. They automatically assume the worst. You know? So the likelihood, if you was to connect with this person, the likelihood that it would loop around and pick up right where you all left off is very, very high. Very high. I'm not going to tell you not to do that, though, because I think some of you need to. I think some of you need to. And I mean that, I mean no disrespect by that. Sometimes we have to repeat cycles. We have to. Before we learn what we need to learn so that we can level up to the next level, you know? This has all the ingredients you need. This right here, and this right here, and this right here is all the ingredients you need for an on and off relationship. Some of you have been on and off. For some reason, this month, like 80% of the readings that I do are on and off relationships. I've done 2 of them today already. Today, I'm not even halfway done with my personal readings for the day, and 2 of them have already been on and off. You know, I've been, for some reason this October, I've been hearing that from almost every reading that I've done. So, yeah, for those of you who have been on and off, you got about a 99% chance that it's going to be on and off again. Not going to tell you not to do it. What I will say, though, is draw a line in your mind somewhere. Tell yourself, I'm only going to give it X amount of chances. And you got to stand on that 10 fucking toes in. 10 toes in, you better stand on that shit. And I'm going to tell you what, this is what you have to be careful with. When you let somebody come and go in and out of your life, eventually, in their mind, that's going to tell them that your words mean nothing. You have no boundaries. I know how to get what I want out of you. I know how to push whatever emotional buttons I need to push. I know how to make my way back into your life. So the likelihood that I'm going to change, why would I do that? Why would I change when I don't have to? All I got to do is push your emotional buttons and get what I want out of you. So what am I going to change for? When you've shown me time and time and time again that I don't have to suffer any real consequences for my actions, I'm not going to change. I'm only going to change if I'm forced to change. All right? So that's one thing I've been big on pretty much my whole life. I believe in second chances. 100%. But you best bet your damn skippy ass that if I give you a second chance, I'm going to be watching real fucking close to see if you take me giving you a second chance as a sign of weakness. If I get the slightest fucking inkling that you think, oh, I got you now. Oh, I got you now. Now I know how to get what I want out of you. You think that's a sign of weakness? Oh, you can fuck all the way off. Oh, no. Oh, no. Fuck you. You will never talk to me again. You can fuck off, eat shit, and die. I will never talk to you again. But if I see some progress in there, if I see some progress, if I at least see effort being put towards bettering the issue, I'm with you. I will hang in there with you. 100%. And I'll be your teammate, and I'll rock with you and roll with you and ride or die with you. All right? But we ain't repeating cycles. You're not going to get comfortable with treating me how you want to treat me. It's not going to happen. It's the way I roll, and it never failed me. It didn't fucking fail me, I tell you that much. Ain't a single fucking person that I regret cutting out of my life. I promise you that. They regret it, though. Yeah, they do. All right, let's see. What did I do last week? Singles. All right, let's see what's going on with those of you who have a specific love interest. Singles and your love interest. What fucking deck do I want to use? How about this one? Single Aries and your love interest. Anything good happening? Boom! Hermit reverse. Some of you dealing with a Virgo. Also have Cancer. Ooh, I hate it when that card comes out. Okay. So, okay. When you come to me for a general personal reading, for those of you who don't know, I do general personal readings on my website. That's actually what most people prefer. 9 times out of 10, when somebody gets a reading from me, they get a general personal reading. Now, if you get the current love interest reading, there's a couple of questions I have you answer. The first one is, does this person know that you're interested in them? And 9 times out of 10, the answer I get is yes. But this right here indicates one of two things. Either A, they don't know that you're interested in them, Or B, they're kind of trying to keep you at a distance. I'm thinking for a lot of you that they either A, have no idea that you're interested, or B, they don't know how interested you are. Like, even if you have done everything you can to try to translate your heart and soul to this person, they're just not able to pick up what you're putting down. So, Two of Wands, doesn't really look like a decision is being made. And it looks like this connection is starting to turn into a burden rather than a blessing. Tension is starting to build. And I'm thinking that you're contemplating whether or not you should just move on from this. It's not saying that you are, but I think you're getting close to. You're thinking about whether or not you should just fucking let go of this and move on from it. All right, well, let's see how they feel about you then. If that Four of Cups comes out again, no, I'll tell you what. I'm looking for the Eight of Swords. That's what'll tell me whether or not they know you're interested or if they're just ignoring you. How's this person feel about Aries? Blooby-doo, blooby-doo, blooby-doo. King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles isn't exactly overflowing with love and emotion. I don't really think this person's trying to settle down right now. Yeah. They ain't trying to fall in love either. I think they want to keep their options open. I think they want to explore other options. Yeah. They're afraid of falling in love. Now, most of the time, when somebody's afraid of falling in love or afraid of settling down, why is that? Because of something bad that happened to them in the past, right? So it's not settling down that they're afraid of. It's not commitment that they're afraid of. It's not love that they're afraid of. They're afraid of getting hurt. That's what it is. They're afraid of getting hurt. So in their mind, they just want to play around, play the field, explore other options, and not really think about the future. So, okay. And now, if we dig that up, if we peel that layer back and dig that up a little bit deeper, that indicates that this person knows that if they were to give themselves permission, they would fall so insanely in love with you that if you wanted to, you could flip a switch and fuck their whole world up. So that kind of tells me that you do have a little bit of a grip on this person's heart. I think so. I think so. Let's get some advice. Advice for Aries. Advice for Aries. Do. And Four of Cups. Only thing I can say here is, have you made your feelings and your intentions known? Have you done that? I know some of you have. But if this person knows you want to be with them, you know my philosophy, right? Let people do whatever the fuck they want. When you let people do whatever the fuck they want, they show you what they want. I'm trying to figure out a more creative way of saying actions speak louder than words, you know? Because that's trendy, it's cliche, we've all heard that. But it's true though. Let them do what they want, they'll show you what they want. I'm gonna tell you what. If I'm interested in you, and you're interested in me, and I know you're interested in me, how long do you think I'm gonna make you wait? How long? You think I'm gonna string you along for weeks, months, or God forbid, fucking years? Absolutely Abso-fucking-lutely not. If I want to be with you and I know you want to be with me, I ain't going to make you wait 5 fucking minutes. I'm going to be on that shit. If I know you want to be with me and I'm stringing you along, that means I don't want to be with you. Lover's card reversed. That means all I want is whatever I'm getting out of this. Whether it's a sex connection or, I don't know, money or whatever it is they're getting out of this. That's all I really want. That's all I want. I don't want to be with you. I don't want to lose access to a sex connection or, money or whatever the fuck. But if I wanted to be with you, I'm going to fucking be with you though, right? So, don't let it string on too much longer. I'd set a time frame in my mind if I was you. Honestly, with the way this energy looks right here, I don't know if I would let this go past Halloween. I don't know if I would let this go past Halloween. I don't even know if I would let it get to Halloween. If it was me, I'd be like, man, I'm going to tell you what. By motherfucking October 30th, if I'm still confused about where the hell this is going, I'm out, dude. Fuck that. Fuck you. I've done it before. I've had to do it before. I've been strung along like that before. For weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, not making a decision, beating around the bush and this and that. After a while, I gotta say, look, you fuck off. I'm out of here. I'm not putting up with this shit. Gotta do that sometimes, dude. It ain't never failed me. I do not regret one single person that I've ever cut out of my life. So, all right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Aries family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Remember, those of you just now tuning in, I have an important announcement to make. This Saturday, October 18th, is going to be our last round of weekly live readings. After this Saturday, we're not doing it no more. We're stepping back and taking a big old break. That doesn't mean that it's over forever. We're going back to the way we used to do it. Like last year and pretty much since 2021, we do it like maybe 2 or 3 times a year where we'll go live and do the mini readings. And this year, we've been going solid and consistent since fucking February, dude. And that's insane. Last time we did that was in 2020. So we're going back to that after this Saturday. So if you want to get on that list, I'd click that link in the description. You can pre-order anytime throughout the week. They're read in the order of which they come in. Right now, we still do have a relatively small list of pre-orders. So the orders that come in now will be in the very front of the line. But the video still is going to remain on this channel permanently so that you can come back to it and go straight to your reading in the timestamped comments anytime you want. So, yeah, that and everything else that I have to offer is all on my website, tarotwithrich.com. Link is right down here in the description. All right, y'all, I'm out of here. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity.